and welcome to another episode of Two Guys One Crypt.
You sound like me.
No,
Everybody, welcome
Fuck you, Chuck. Anyways, welcome to 2G1C. I'm your host, JB, here with the extremely feminine and always down to give a BJ, Mr. Chuck Nasty.
Hi.
Dick. And so this is kind of funny. We got some already some comments here coming in.
Really?
David Will, I kick butt for the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yes. And Sequanda Films here. Hey guys. Hey there, man. Thank you for joining us this week. We definitely got a pretty fucking fun episode planned, I think.
Oh yeah, man. Oh dude, this is a favorite for years. Yeah.
It's definitely not bad. And we are continuing in our little tradition and actually ending it this week with, man, I mean, there's quite a few movies that we do doing this whole Peter Jackson thing. It's fucking awesome though.
Oh yeah, it's been cool. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I fucking so fucking excited over it. I love doing these Peter Jackson movies. But before we go ahead and continue everything and introduce our guest this week, let's go ahead and talk about a few things.
Okay.
First off, check out our comic book. You can go and get it over at talesfromthepodcast.com. Scroll down, find the little Tales of Shock and Terror link. Click that shit, get a book. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can rub it, you can, I mean,
everybody's getting like sick lately, so you can use it if you're out of toilet paper or tissues.
I mean, yeah.
You can read a page, rip it out,
A lot of people have tried to have sex with this. There's actually been 2 cases of somebody who impregnated it. I don't know how the fuck it happened. I'm not a doctor.
Does that mean more to come?
I mean, you need to get 2 of them if you need more to come. But but
that's a good one.
I strongly suggest checking that out. We also got our merch link there where you can buy some pretty cool shirts for Tales of Shock and Terror as well as Tales from the Podcast. On top of that, go ahead and check out one of our sponsors, House of Mysterious Secrets at houseofmysterioussecrets.com. Use our code 4130. Save 10% on all your horror merch. Some pretty cool shit there. I strongly suggest checking that out for sure if you can.
My favorite shirt I own is this shirt right here. It's stayed the same size since I got it. It's stayed, the color is still good. It's fantastic. It's amazing, and I got it from there. So yeah.
Well, that is awesome. Also, check out our friend Sydney and check out her Etsy shop. When you use our code TFTP20 on there, save 20% on everything. I mean, you're gonna need stuff to make your house smell good. Why not go ahead, buy from somebody that we love, help her out, and get something that's actually a pretty fucking decent product. Check it out. And not only that, but I mean, you're supporting somebody at least in my local area, and you can check that out over her website and check out her YouTube channel where she goes and talks about like some true crime shit. So I mean, if you're into us, you're probably gonna like what the hell she has going on too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And oh shit. Sequanda Films. It's Steve, by the way, changed the channel name. And yes, we did see that. I mean, Chuck, did you get a chance to watch it?
I have not got a chance to watch it yet, but it is definitely. I was going to watch it last night. Something came up. It's on the list to be watched either tonight or tomorrow, for sure. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
I would say I'm trying to think of the best way to say this without like giving it away, because I want people to go over to the Sequanda Films page, formerly known as the Sawyer Massacre. But Steve Merlot, our friend of the show here, did his Texas Chainsaw fan film, and I will say I'm not a huge person when it comes to a lot of these fan films.
I'm picky.
No, dude, me too, especially with fan films. But Steve is one of those people where, I mean, just by the title of that film, you can tell that it's a fandom beyond like your average kind of fandom.
Right, yeah.
And you can tell it's a little bit more detail oriented, and to be kind of vague with it, because I do want people to watch it. I do want you to check it out. Go help him get all these fucking views. But it is very reminiscent of the original. It is very fucking good. He's done a very great job with it. I mean, you can just you could see the love in that fucking movie.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's one of those things that's actually pretty cool. So, I mean, if you got the time, go check him out. Obviously, do that after our show.
Yeah, wait, just an hour. Just wait an hour, and then
just wait 1 hour.
yeah.
Now, to go ahead and continue everything. Now, we do have a guest this week, though, don't we?
We do have a guest.
We do.
We do.
Should we introduce him or do that later?
Probably should introduce him.
Later or now?
Probably now.
Now? All right.
Yeah.
I was just curious what you thought. So, anyways, introducing our guest for this evening, John Bass.
Yeah.
Live from his vehicle. Are you in the van?
Yeah. I'm in the van.
In the van. All right. Live from in the van. There you go.
From in the van, somewhere in northern Kentucky.
Wow. So how's it going, Mr. John Bass? And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing?
It's going good. Tonight I'm driving back to Cincinnati and caught a show at Go Bananas Comedy Club. And can you hear me okay?
Yeah. You cut out there for like a second, but
okay, cool. I don't know. But yeah, and but lately I've been unemployed. So I got a job yesterday, so that's been awesome. And I was glad. Like, I didn't get a job because I was worried or was really out of money or anything. I just got a job so that my friends and family would stop fucking texting me, "You got this, Tiger." Like, it was like nonstop. I was like, will you guys leave me alone? You know what I mean? So I just got a job so they'd shut up.
Tell us about what else you got going on
joking,
usually.
But
tell us about your newly claimed job.
Yeah. So it's for a cool lighting company in Lexington called Spark Lighting. So
there you go.
I'm excited to work with them, for them. But my main thing that I do now, really, I used to be more focused on music, but comedy has sort of taken over a little bit. But mainly because I'm in a band called FBA, and there's three of us in that band, and we all three live in 3 different places. So we're limited geographically to, playing 1 show a month, etc. So I sort of filled that creative void with comedy. And then I started my own podcast back in July called John Bass Podcast. Please subscribe to it. Please, pretty please. It's funny. It doesn't suck. Like, if it sucked, I would be like, don't do it. But I think it's worth it. It's worth a subscription. So, but it's on everywhere. Audio's out. But that's what I do. I have 2 daughters that are growing up quickly, and that scares the fuck out of me. But other than that, there's not much else. Not much else to my life.
Well, I mean, that is quite a bit, though, to be fair. I mean,
yeah, I did. That was a mouthful for sure.
It was. I mean,
that's what she said.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, anybody knows about a mouthful? It's Chuck Nasty.
Shut the fuck up. Not receiving. I'll tell you that much.
No. He's
I'm the giving tree over here. All right.
Wait, you've never gotten a Wait, Chuck, you've never gotten a blowjob?
No, I've never given a blowjob.
I thought you said you never gotten one. I was like, Jesus, you've had.
No, I've gotten many blowjobs. It's great.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's no way a guy with a name like Chuck Nasty's never gotten a blowjob. Like this.
Oh no, he has. But man, I mean, George is a fucking dick though, so they stopped.
I don't get that. Who's a dick?
Nothing. That was uncalled for. That was completely uncalled for.
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to like slide it through right there to see if anybody even caught on.
No. Moving on.
All right. So, anyways, I love you too.
I
look fucking weird when you shave.
Thank you. I look fucking weird regardless. You see this face?
Yeah, but I mean, it's worse when you shave.
It's worse. I know there's more of my face to be seen. Yeah, I know.
There's a lot more of your face to be seen.
To be Sheen, yeah. To be Charlie Sheen, yeah. Tiger's blood, yeah.
I mean,
winning.
I mean, it at least gives you a fresh palette of things to work with, though.
I mean, I look. I used to when I had long hair. I used to fuck with my hair all the time. I could grow hair. It was no big deal. I cut it, do all kinds of shit. Got older. My hair doesn't grow back like it used to, so I've got my facial hair to fuck with. That's about it. So you'll see me with a full beard for like months, and then I'm just like, yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, you have a cool. You've always had cool facial hair, dude.
Thank you,
Right.
John. I appreciate
I wish
that,
you would do the Chaplin stash, though.
It's not considered the Chaplin stash these days, bro. No one sees that. No one sees that as the Chaplin stash.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm pretty sure there's another famous individual in history that had that. That I don't think people would really. I don't think people would want to see a bald guy covered in tattoos that looks the way I do with a Charlie Sheen's or Charlie Chaplin stash.
I mean, you're clearly a Chaplin fan, though.
You could do the inverted. You could do the like Fu Manchu.
I've done that. You mean the G? You mean the GG? Yeah, I did that, and I look ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most people do.
I was wearing. Yeah, I used to beat the shit out of myself forever, but I used to wear. I have a GG Allin shirt that says "I hate people," and it's like a drawing of him. He's all bloody and shit. And when I used to wear that out, people just thought that I had a picture of myself on my shirt.
Oh,
That's
man.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and I was like, God damn it! So yeah, and my kid's mom, we were together when I had this whole thing going on. She never like really told me how bad it looked because I didn't have this. I couldn't grow this at the time. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
fucked up. Yeah, I had a stress patch that went from like here to here, and I couldn't grow anything for the longest time. And then me and her split up, and I was able to grow a full beard.
Damn.
Yeah.
She was your Delilah, dog.
God, she
I
was
never
something.
had that issue.
Man, we're
dude,
about to fucking do therapy tonight, man. I don't know what y'all talking about horror movies.
Hey, it's always a therapy session on here, John. You'll figure it out real fucking.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, shit can get weird.
I
But
missed my
anyways,
appointment this week, so
talking about weird shit, let's go ahead and talk about this movie a little bit.
Fuck yeah.
So, continuing our week on Peter Jackson week. I mean, like, what this has actually been like 2 fucking months. I mean, we've talked about some of the greatest movies he's ever done, minus The Hobbit and Lord of the Ring, because Chuck Nasty doesn't care about really good movies too. I mean,
I
say
respect
whatever you
them.
want to, but I mean, they sold like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no, I totally respect them.
Like-
Totally respect them, but I would rather watch the movies that we have shown,
right,
Like,
right.
you know, especially the one that we're talking about tonight.
Now going
yeah, I
back and
enjoyed it.
everything.
It was nice. It was good.
Oh my god, you wait to this conversation. But now going back, what would you say of these early Jackson films is your personal favorite, Chuck?
Out of the ones out of all the ones we've talked about, because we've covered all of his early ones, haven't we?
I mean, including tonight, yes, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I would say probably this one.
Really? All right. All right.
Yeah.
Now, John, how well versed are you in these early Jackson movies?
None, zero. This is my first one.
None? Oh my god. Well,
We love
considering-
first time watches.
Right. Considering your musical background and your joy for comedy, before you ever answer this question, and hopefully you give a chance to watch it this week and give me an answer before we go live next week, so I can tell the people, I really want you to check out the film Meet the Feebles.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard
I
of
think
that.
I think
Okay.
John would like it. Yeah, I think John would like it. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically the Muppets. Ed, cocaine,
Oh.
sex, violence, eating each other, gore,
That sounds cool.
right?
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick
An
out of it.
elephant have a baby with a chicken.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, dude,
That would
you
be
do
cool.
not know what you're missing. Oh yeah.
All right, I'll check it
Um,
out. Send me a link.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
I believe that one's on
Or is
Tubi.
it on?
It's on
streaming?
Tubi or
Is it on
YouTube.
streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
that
All right.
one's
Cool. I'll
streaming.
find it.
Yeah, it'd be easy. Yeah.
And David chiming in again.
the
I wonder if Peter
Feebles.
Jackson was inspired by Hitchcock and Romero when he made this movie because it has similarities to Psycho and Night of the Living Dead. I mean, it's possible. I think he took it to a whole new level with this movie, and I mean,
The gore.
he took it to a better level than what Romero was doing in his later years, for sure.
No comment.
Can I just
Because you
first?
know I'm right. Because his last fucking movies were horrible.
Those, and the thing is, that wasn't. I will say this because I have a good source. That wasn't technically all Romero's fault on that one.
No, no. You
Old
can
Papa
blame
Romero
him
was getting
and
old.
other people.
Well, he was getting older at that time, and he wasn't doing too good, and a lot of people pretty much put a lot of like over on him. So, you know,
Hi,
but yeah,
Colby.
they
Thanks
weren't
for
they
joining
weren't
us.
they weren't that great. No,
No, they were fucking horrible. But you know what wasn't horrible? Dead Alive. Or
no, it's a great movie.
yeah. Now this right here was obviously written the screenplay by Fran Walsh, and the story was done by Stephen. Is it Stephen or Steven Sinclair? I always get that mixed up when we
I
get
think it's
people that do that.
Stefan.
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's like
kind of like
Stefan.
kind of like Urkel when he
I
gets
think
when he
so.
changes Stefan.
When he changes,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh God,
So we
yeah.
got this is a story done by Stefan Sinclair, who also did some of the story and screenplays for Russian Snark, The Two Towers, Love Muscle, this movie, as well as Meet the Feebles.
Love Muscle.
Yes, that's a TV movie from 2001.
Doesn't sound like a TV movie I've ever seen.
Oh well, I mean that's what it says
Sounds
on
like some
IMDb.
AV.
That's like
It's a
that's like
mockumentary
Lifetime After
featuring-
Dark.
It's a mockumentary with Kevin Smith.
Oh, okay.
Plays himself covering the story of a New Zealand town after this discovery that a local shellfish, the geoduck, pronounced gooey duck, has the properties of Viagra. I mean, that's kind of like right up their fucking alley with the humor. So, I mean, I can definitely fucking see that.
Might have to find this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fucked up.
I
Like
mean,
what?
it sounds pretty good. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, jumping into this film, we have Timothy Balm as Lionel in this film. He's probably best known for this film, in my opinion. He does have quite a few other credits. He's done some TV shows. Not a lot of films, though, to be honest with you. He's done a few, but probably more TV series and shorts than anything else. But I mean, the dude at least has work and his steady working, career as well, all the way through at least 2013. That's actually shown on here. We also have, oh god, now this is a fucking name, Diana Penelver, Penelver,
Panera.
Diana Panera Bread.
Here we go. So that's
And
work.
yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Just completely giving up because fuck it, that's what we do here.
Fuck it.
She's in Crisco Y Ray, which is a newer series.
She's in
Don't know what
Crisco.
it is. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't look
Was
like
that
she's in the
Paquita?
Crisco, huh?
Is that
What was
that
that?
the girl who played Paquita?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it the girl
Everything
who
that
played
she's
Paquita?
done,
Okay,
really,
cool.
for the most part, is foreign, and I can't pronounce. She
Some of
was
them are
in
difficult.
El Loot, Run for Your Life. I'm assuming that's about a loot. I don't know what any of these fucking things are, dude. I Mediterraneo. She was in that. I can't speak this fucking language, so we're gonna move on. We also have Elizabeth Moody in this right here as Mama or Vera Cosgrove.
That's the most plain name in the fucking language.
Well, I mean, whatever. She's been in 11 things, including this movie. She was in Turn of the Blade. She was Miss Waller in Heavenly Creatures, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
I mean that's basically a lot of it. She also was Lobelia in the extended edition of Fellowship of the Rings. It doesn't look like she really did too much other than that. She's done some documentaries talking about this film too, obviously. With this being probably her biggest role. We have Stuart Devaney as Father McGruder, who I would say is a pretty fun character in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he was also in Meet the Feebles, which is awesome. Other than that, though, he was what else did he really do? I mean, did this Meet the Feebles? He was the museum curator in the Frighteners.
Okay,
Um, oh yeah,
we
he
forgot
was
about
in
that.
one of our favorite TV shows, guys. He played quite a few different characters on not only the legendary Journeys of Hercules, but he was also on Young Hercules. So not only did he get to work with the legendary and iconic Kevin Sorbo, but he also got to work with Ryan
What
Gosling.
is your? I don't get your fucking obsession with this fucking show. It's so bad.
Our obsession with this show.
I don't. I don't have an obsession with John. Do you have an obsession? Do you have an obsession with this show?
I'm John. I really love legendary Journeys of Hercules, and he muted himself.
Oops.
So if he's talking, we can't hear a thing that he's saying because he muted himself. So he's either having an audio problem or something. So, I mean, yeah, while he's still moving his mouth there, he is still muted. If you can hear me, John Bass, you
Unmute
are
yourself.
muted. Yeah, muted. Oh, yep. I don't
There should be a
what he's
button.
saying.
There should be a button that says.
There's buttons. There's I mean, he might just have an audio issue with his iPods. Whatever they're called, the iPhone earbuds. I don't know what he's doing though.
Live from the van.
Yes, the muted man.
There we
who
go.
cannot talk. There he is.
Yeah, I was just listening to all the credits. I think I was okay to take that call. My bad.
Well, not only was that, he was in The Tattooist, as well as Broken Mysteries, Shortland Street, The Almighty Johnsons, The Amazing Extraordinary Friends. So this guy's actually had a little bit more work than certain people. He also, I said Meet the Feebles too. Yeah. To continue this a little bit, we got Jed Brophy in this as well. He plays Void, and not only was he in this, but he was Nori in the Hobbit movie. He was Sharku and Snaga in Lord of the Rings series. He was in King Kong. He was in District 9. This guy's definitely had a little bit more of an acting career than some of the other people.
Yeah.
He's also in the Ring of Power TV series, where he does some orcs and stuff like that.
What the fuck's an orc?
Really? You know what an orc is? Don't
I
act
have
like
no
that.
clue what an orc is. The
You
fuck
have
is
no
an
clue
orc?
what an orc
It's like
is?
I know.
It's
I
like
know
a
what a
guy-
mork is.
It's like a goblin.
Okay.
Well, kind of, but yes. In a
My
way.
precious, like that kind of thing.
No, that's not an orc.
Okay, I don't
It's
fucking
Gollum.
know. Whatever. They're all the same.
No, they're not the same.
It's like a goblin.
are.
It's like a goblin that took steroids. It's like a goblin that took some human growth hormone.
Does he have the big
Back in the
fucking
day.
like? Does he have the big teeth? The big
Huge-
fucking tusk things?
Huge, yeah,
Yeah,
huge,
usually.
huge dick. Huge
No,
dick.
I wouldn't like
usually,
dicks.
They usually
Oh,
wear
my bad.
like depending on what video game you play, but like if you go back to like Morrowind, they do like a medium armor with a battle axe usually.
I think I actually know what you're talking about. Actually,
You
because of Morrowind.
should know what I'm talking about.
I know if I saw them. I just don't pay attention to orcs. I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, if you saw one, I mean, you would have.
If I
to
saw one, I'd be like, "Oh, that must be an orc." Other
Well,
than that, I'm like, "What the fuck's an orc?"
I'm just kind of in awe that you have no idea what it is. I mean,
I don't. It's just not my. It's not my shtick, man. It's not my
It should
bag.
be. It should be. I
It
mean,
maybe should be, but it's not.
it will. I mean,
If there's not a chainsaw and somebody's losing guts, I really don't give a fuck. I'm just kidding. But
well, I mean, you're allowed to feel that way, but it's wrong.
I mean, it might be.
It is. There's no.
I'm sure a lot of people would probably agree with you on that. I have fought tooth and nail from fucking stupid ass arguments with my friends about these fucking movies. But go on.
Really.
I respect the fuck out of the Lord of the Rings series and all that shit. It's great for what it is, all that shit, and all you motherfuckers have a great time playing Magic and watching it. That's cool. I just no. I
Yeah,
tried.
I get
I
it,
tried.
Chuck. Lord of the Rings is your Limp Bizkit. I get it.
No, because I could stand Limp
because he
Bizkit.
really likes Limp Bizkit. Like as
No,
much as I like
fucking
Legendary
I
Journeys,
fucking hate Limp Bizkit.
I like
Chuck
the
has
first
always
album.
talked
You heard
about
me,
Limp
internet.
Bizkit.
Fuck Limp Bizkit.
I like the first album,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Chuck
Yo,
likes
Limp
it so
Bizkit.
much that he still drinks hot dog flavored water to this day.
That's so gross. No,
Um,
I dared a guy one time. I worked at Little Caesars, and we all used to dare each other. Like we'd like throw in money or whatever, to, like drink this, whatever the fuck. And somebody had like these pickled hot dogs, and like
hot dogs.
yeah, and made somebody drink the fucking juice out of it for like $5.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
he's over there like puking into it while drinking it, and like it just it was so bad. And he's like, "Dude, give me at least $10." I'm like, "I'll give you $6."
That sounds fucking gross as shit. Anyways, though, continuing this off, he was in the Shannara Chronicles. I'm not going to explain that to you as well. I mean, he did Lord of the Rings. He was in that as well as The Hobbit. Now, this right here is where we have a little bit of a different kind of crossover compared to one of the other actors. Well, he was also in a few episodes of Hercules, but he played in Xena, Warrior Princess as well. Chuck, do you know what that show is?
Yeah, Xena's hot. Show sucks.
Xena
but
is
Xena's
Lucy
hot.
Lawless.
I love Lucy Lawless. I hate her shows though, minus Ash versus Evil Dead. Other than that, I don't really give a shit.
Well, he was also in I said Heavenly Creatures, Dirty Creature. I mean, dude's done a ton of shit.
Dirty Creature.
Yeah, it's another movie.
Is it a sequel to Heavenly Creatures?
Sure.
Okay.
Stefan Paps is in this right here as Zombie McGruder.
God,
So-
his last name's Paps. He never got made fun of.
Papps. He was in this movie, Russian Snark, Piano. It's weird because it seems like a lot of people who do any kind of Peter Jackson films always are back to do more Peter Jackson films.
Yeah.
But this guy didn't do too much. Some Xena, which I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Some Hercules, which I mean, obviously a great thing.
Did Peter
Go ahead.
Jackson direct Xena? Did Peter
No.
Jackson have
No.
anything to do with Xena? Was he involved?
Yeah, actually,
No. Okay.
I don't
I
think,
think
so.
I think there was some of it filmed out there in the New Zealand area, and I'm
Yeah.
not sure if he had a lot to do with the actual production of it. But I mean, I could see him getting along with the people that were a huge part of it because it was like a Sam Raimi production.
Well, there's a good possibility. I'd actually be curious about this, even though I don't give a fuck about those shows. I would be curious to find out if there was like, some shows have like guest directors and shit. So like, he might have. You never know. Never know.
Well, I mean, we've talked about Peter Jackson for the last few months, and I actually do know that
True.
he did not.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, fuck me then.
well, I mean, some people have probably tried, but it probably didn't work out for them. I'm trying to see if he did have any kind of other kind of things going on with it, like as far as like special effects and crew member type stuff. And yeah, no, not really, because it was just the Hercules and the Lost Kingdom, which was a TV film, not the show. He was the project manager for that. But let's see, like no, it doesn't look like he really did not a special thanks. Maybe he did something for that. Maybe I'm trying to see here. 'Cause I'm not even seeing anything for that himself.
Hey, in
No,
the movie, the mom, there was a part where she squeezed her sore and it squirted out, like she jizzed out blood into the guy's soup. That shit was awesome. I laughed. I almost crashed my car.
Oh, dude, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Well,
bad.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I'm a little stoned, so I was like remembering that.
oh, no. You were fine. You were fine.
Hell yeah.
To go ahead and continue some of these comments and catch up though real quick. Colby's joining in. Ha, what are your guys' opinions on the new Halloween movie and
God.
the Terrifier movie?
Terrifier. All the way.
I haven't seen
Terrifier.
Terrifier. I mean,
Halloween Ends can kiss my dick. But
who? Yeah,
Halloween
I-
Ends
I-
can kiss
yeah,
my dick.
I didn't care for it. I mean,
But Terrifier, hey, I'm going to say it right the fuck right now. Art the Clown. I was very weird about this When I watched the first one, I didn't know, and I kept watching it, and then this new one came out, and I finally fucking saw it, and I will say it right here, right now. Art the Clown is gonna save slasher films. God damn it. Fucking A. Loved it. Terrifier 2's badass.
Save slasher films.
Dude, fucking gory, brutal as shit. Nothing PC. Ain't no fucking like bullshit fucking story plot. It's supposed to make
wait till
it's
number
straight
3
up.
comes out and it's produced by Blumhouse and you fucking
Fuck that. Fuck Blumhouse. I'm on this fuck Blumhouse thing with you. Halloween Ends was the fucking like it was the straw.
Finally
okay?
you agree
Finally,
with me?
fuck
Finally?
Blumhouse. And no, I don't see fucking Terrifier ever going with them, and if they ever did, I would lose respect.
God. Well,
But there is a 3
how
coming.
many
Though.
of your fucking childhood favorites?
2 now, right? Black Christmas and Halloween.
Fucked Black Christmas real bad.
God damn it, they bent it over and fucked it 4 ways till Sunday. Man, it was bad, so bad.
Yeah, Ron Pertee, I kick ass for the Lord.
Hell yeah.
Oh, talking about Ron Pertee next week. Ron Pertee will be joining us for a Halloween special episode as we talk about Slumber Party Massacre. So join us for that. That should be a fun fucking time. And
Fuck yeah.
yeah, definitely good. Sean Smithson's joining in. What's up, brothers? He says, "Just
What's up, Sean?"
Sean, you're fucking awesome. You are right. Though I have been.
Don't feed that, Sean. Do not feed that big head of his.
Sean is a great guy.
You can feed mine though.
I mean, Chuck's looking for anybody to feed him. And Ron here. I haven't seen Terrifier. I don't want to have no interest in it. And Halloween was, well, I hated it at first, but I watched it a few more times and got what they were trying to do.
Oh,
I mean, understanding what somebody was
He just
trying
murders
to do.
everybody. He just killing everybody. What the fuck is he trying to do? He just keeps coming back. That's the whole thing.
I mean, I watched it once. I don't think I'm going to watch it twice. You know what I have seen twice, though? Warriors of Virtue, which has kung fu kangaroo people fighting with children. I will watch that, in fact, a third time before I even try to watch the new Halloween movie again.
Took me 3 tries to watch Halloween Ends. 3. And I finally got through it. And by the end of it, I was throwing shit in my room. I was so pissed. And Terrifier is not for the weak of heart. If you don't like disgusting, straight balls to the wall fucking gore, you're not going to like it. It's disgusting.
Do you
completely.
think I can handle it, Chuck Nasty?
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I think you actually will appreciate how disgusting this movie is. It's fucking great.
Some of my other favorites.
No, but I tell you what, though, man, it brings back that fucking. It really does. I could go on about it forever. I really could.
Maybe I will check that.
It's good.
And
it's good.
We got. We also got David here. I love the line. Your mother ate my dog.
Yeah, I wrote that down in my notes.
Nice.
I did. That shit was hilarious.
Thank you, Colby. Says you guys are awesome. I actually was introduced to his group on Facebook recently. Your mother ate my dog again. I mean,
Hell yeah.
This is not an iconic movie by any means, so just throw that out there. And we got Martel here too. I've been drinking, but I'm here. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Martel. We love you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Halloween Ends was the worst horror movie ever.
Not the worst
Martel,
horror movie ever, but goddamn it, in recent times.
Watch what the same production company did with Black Christmas. Before you watch that, watch the original Black Christmas first.
Yeah.
And then tell me what you thought about that one.
God.
Let's see here, Ron. Oh,
God.
this is them trying to make up for how 5 didn't follow the storyline in part 4 about evil being transferred. The ending was tracked on. It was not a perfect Halloween film, but it is not the worst. I really think that Halloween Ends is Friday the 13th part 5. People will appreciate it later.
But you're supposed to ignore all those fucking movies, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Dang, John in the darkness. Maybe he's the killer. Yeah, I almost feel like he probably is. And let's see.
he's the killer that'll make you laugh so hard you'll die.
Halloween Ends is far from the worst horror. I mean, there are some pretty bad ones. So yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
And Jeff says party's over. Leanne says what? Oh, fucking A. I love you, Jeff.
Hell yeah.
Chris Elliott is also chiming in. Nah, watch House of the Dead with Christian Slater.
Oh God. Let's not
Yeah.
get let's not conjure up U Bowl. Okay, he gets mad. Okay, we don't. I don't want to fight him in a fucking boxing ring. He did that to everybody else.
Ron says, I didn't say it was part of the storyline. I'm just saying that they were trying to do something that they failed to do previously.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that usually ends up being for a pretty failed thing.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Blumhouse.
anyways, to go ahead and continue in on this, I'm going to go ahead and throw out the plot synopsis for this film according to IMDb, and then I'm going to go ahead and let Chuck take it over and give a little bit deeper little plot there. A young man's mother is bitten by a
Rat monkey.
Yes, a rat monkey. She gets sick and dies, at which time she comes back to life, killing and eating dogs, nurses, friends, and neighbors, as you do. Chuck, why don't you go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit, man?
Okay, Lionel's mom is a complete psycho, pretty much. She's very controlling. She's very obsessive with her son's activities, and she goes to spy on him while he's on a date kind of situation. And you are introduced to this disgusting but amazing character called the Rat Monkey, and you watch it fucking, rip a fucking another monkey's fucking arm off or whatever the fucking gnawing it. Well, the mom gets too close to it and it bites her. In this process, throughout the movie, the mom gets progressively worse because of the infection that this rat monkey, again, a rat monkey. You want to talk about two things that are part of the worst things to get bit by, mixed into one. And she starts showing signs of basically her skin's falling off. She's delirious, slowly turning into a fucking zombie, basically. And it goes to a complete gore, gross out comedy throughout the rest of this fucking movie. The scene that John brought up a minute ago is probably, I almost forgot about that scene when I was rewatching it. I was like, God damn it. Because
it was so intentional. Like she was like almost a zombie, but she like took her index finger and like squeezed through the gauze and like squirted blood and jizz into her like cousin's soup or something. And then ate her own ear off. Like it was insane. I loved it.
It's a classic scene. The thing is that fucks with me about that scene is the fact that when the nastiness goes in Duder's fucking Custer? It looks like. Do you remember those oatmeals when we were kids, where they had like the different little packs to get kids eating oatmeal? They had like the little flavor packs of like strawberry and blueberry and stuff you can put in. I don't eat oatmeal. So
It was straight sugar. Yeah, just
yeah,
covered, like fruit.
Well, that's what that looks like to me.
By the way, the rat monkey for everybody.
And it also looks like if you took like soup of some sort and just put ketchup in it.
Yeah.
And it's just it's this movie. I love this movie so much because it makes me want to puke.
Yeah, like I almost like I had a couple gag reflexes while I was watching it.
When you sit there trying to put her fucking skin back on and shit.
Well,
it was like the whole movie was the opposite of Weekend at Bernie's. Like he was trying to make them all stay dead, and they wouldn't. Like,
yeah.
Like, I guess that's the same. It's the same as but parts of Weekend at Bernie's, they were trying to make Bernie be alive.
They would make everybody think he's alive. Yeah. And the thing is, in this one, he was trying to make everybody believe that his mom was fine, and then slowly but surely,
she died.
Well, yeah, she died, but was still walking around and infecting everybody. And before you know it, he ends up having when this person gets killed and this person gets, he's shoving these things, like he kicks his mom down the fucking like stairs in the basement, which is actually a hilarious scene.
Yeah, pushed her down the steps.
And the girl, his little girlfriend or whatever, like she's like, "Where's your mom?" He's like, "Oh, she went to the hospital already." And it's just like, just tell her your mom's turned into a fucking flesh-eating psychopath, and you kicked her ass down the steps.
I never got his obsession with like trying to hide anything until like some of his childhood shame shit came up at the end. It got a little heavy at the end, like emotionally. You know what I mean?
A little bit,
Right? Yeah, as much as that movie could, but
right?
it goes on to just I mean, what probably one of the coolest near end scenes. That ends with. I mean, I've never seen a fucking like lawnmower, a regular lawnmower, be presented in a movie in this way. Busting the door, starts mowing them all down. Of course, I can't. I'm going all over the place, as I am one to do. Of course, we've been getting the quotes nonstop. You know, I'm here to kick butt for the Lord. You know, this movie really is the epitome of like horror comedy. It's a movie that I forgot that it was because it's originally called Brain Dead.
Yes, originally.
Yeah, and
Dead Alive was the American version, and
yeah,
like they kind of just switched the title. I mean, they always had like the uncut version versus the cut version, which I mean, the cut version is so fucking choppy though. I mean, if you go and watch this movie and you're watching like the cut version of this film, you are just wasting your fucking time. It's no joke, like almost a half hour shorter. It's that bad.
yeah.
But you know, I think the original cut's like an hour 40 something. It's significantly better and definitely worth watching. You don't want to see this one cut. Even with a lot of the gore and everything, I mean, you're missing out on some of the comedic value of that gore too. But anyways, I mean that's a pretty good plot synopsis of this film. I will say because I want to just go first before anybody else does. I fucking adore this movie personally. Horror comedy is something that I am a huge fan of. I mean, I could not have let that shine out any more than when we reviewed Monster and how much I love that movie. But
my first episode.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, there's just something about that horror comedy that fucking just makes me so fucking happy. And this movie executes it fucking flawlessly. And then to top that off, we have all these amazing fucking special effects being done. And I mean, talking about early practical effects, I mean, Peter Jackson is fucking on point when it comes to this shit. Not only was he great with this, but like, you know, Meet the Feebles,
Frighteners.
I mean, basically anything that he was doing in his early fucking era there is just fucking amazing how good he was with his special effects.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where you could really tell, you know, that it's Peter Jackson. And I mean, the guy is, for anybody who's trying to be a aspiring filmmaker, I strongly suggest look up to Peter Jackson. If he is somebody who's one of your heroes while you're going through, you know, being a filmmaker, you actually have a decent chance of actually producing something worth a fuck. Because Peter Jackson he's just one of the greatest when it comes to this shit. But I mean, this is a perfect comedy horror blend. I will personally say, and I know this is not a personal favorite for most people, but I fucking love zombie babies. I love dead kids in movies. This
one was justified.
Fucking,
yeah.
I mean, that's the first time
that
you've said
was
that.
Crazy.
Oh my god, I love that shit so much. I mean, in any movie, I mean, you want to win me over at a movie, fucking kill a kid, fucking turn him into a zombie, and make it hilarious. And I am 100% in. And Peter Jackson did it for me. So not only hit all my other notes, but he threw that kid in there, and that made it a million times better for me.
And that scene when she's trying to chase him around is just it's. You think like when you first think he's gonna be in the blender, and then he like hops out. It's like I don't know. It's just there's something about it reminds me of like Garbage Pail Kids. You know what I mean?
Right, I can see that.
It was fun. Kind of Gremlinsy.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. Before I pass it on here, though, I do want to say that I would rate this movie, and keep in mind this movie has a solid 7.5 on IMDb. I would personally give it closer to like an 8.5, 9. It is a great movie. But before I pass it on, I'm going to catch up on these comments real quick. Ron says, Just think, the guy who directed these Halloween movies is doing an Exorcist trilogy.
Yeah, I know. Yep, it's nope. I heard about it last night, and I'm not happy.
No, you're not.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Exorcist is one of the greatest horror films of all time, and they tried making sequels, and the only one that's worth the shit is 3. No, don't fucking do this. Don't learn your fucking lessons. I actually, real quick, since we're talking about it, Halloween Ends. I was shown something today. It was an interview with fucking David whatever Green, the guy that wrote the script or whatever for Halloween Ends and all that shit. The original script for that was supposed to be so much better, and he said it was too much catering to the fans. And I'm like, okay, because the original thing was he was going to go to Halloween 3, and it was going to show the warehouse, and it was going to have all the masks, but they were going to start producing the Michael Myers mask. And there was something else too, or whatever, and it sounded so much better of a movie than fucking Halloween Ends. So again, fuck them.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
Too much catering to the fans. Yep, you don't want us to like it. We got you.
Right. Martel, wait, House of Wax, the remake, was the worst horror movie ever made. The one with Paris Hilton, I think.
That was not one of the worst movies I've ever made.
It's bad,
No.
but I mean,
it's not great, but it's fun.
We can show you more that are way worse. That's for sure.
Paris Hilton dies. Cool. It's fun. It's a fun one. It ain't like the original with Vincent Price though. You can't beat that shit.
Right. The movie has some great stop motion animation effects, which were quite the effects back in the. Oh, dude, I 100% agree. I'm a big fan of anything practical, especially stop motion. Speaking of the Weekend at Bernie's, there's an old urban tale about the office worker who dies, and nobody realizes that he is dead. Yeah, you are true with that one as well. Martel says, "Is Chuck Daniels drinking sparkling water?"
No, I'm drinking a PBR. Yeah. Sparkling water? What the fuck do you think I am? What? No. No.
I love sparkling water.
John,
I drink 5 LaCroix every day.
Actually,
horrible.
I don't have a problem. I do like sparkling, but I like the cheap shit from Kroger that's flavored. It has to be flavored.
Yeah.
Chris Elliott here. I hope they have the Exorcist trilogy already wrote out at least. I bet they have it wrote out, and I still bet it sucks.
I was gonna say, I bet it's
people behind the Halloween one. I mean, if they got, because is it another Blumhouse production? Is Blumhouse producing it too?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a fucking.
Let's just go ahead. So we got Black Christmas, Halloween, and now Exorcist. So you got 3 of my favorite horror movie franchises that you're just gonna totally
how much you would have bet that with the Exorcist, Blumhouse is going to Black Christmas it. So instead of having anything to do with possession, it's gonna be entirely fucking different and just suck balls.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if it's worth the shit.
It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be a fucking big old pile of fucking shit.
I don't hold my breath of being good. I don't. I have no hope.
Fucking bad. I bet somebody will make a slice of these 3 Halloween films that comes out in about 4 hours. That will be amazing.
Yeah.
It won't take long, probably. That's for sure. And Ron says Halloween Ends is better than Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
oh god, that's a tough. Well,
that's not tough. I mean,
you're right on that one. Yeah, Nightmare. Yeah, that one sucked.
I mean,
yeah, I can watch Halloween Ends again. I mean, I'm still gonna get mad.
Shit in the toilet's still usually better than the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Art the Clown. Anyway.
God.
Because there is shit in that movie.
The one thing that consistently bugs me is horror fans, Star Wars fans, etc., who beg for something different than bitch when they get it.
Boo-hoo. I'm sorry. We don't want shit being fucking destroyed. I don't care. I mean, if you're going to do it different, do it something that makes sense. That's as simple as that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's just when you're
something over and you're going to fucking make it different, just fucking give it a different title. Make it what you want it to be.
I like the first one in the trilogy.
Like Black Christmas. If you're going to make Black Christmas and do it the way they fucking did about the whole fucking magic type thing, the sorority and, these college frat type things and change it all the way around, change the fucking name of the movie because it's not fucking Black Christmas no more. If you're going to do Exorcist and you're not going to make it about fucking Reagan being possessed and all this other fucking shit, then don't fucking call it The Exorcist. Call it fucking something else. If you're going to change it that much, make it your own fucking thing. Don't use the fucking name of a movie just to fucking win over fucking people and sell tickets, because that's all they're fucking
But
doing.
like I just said, they didn't want to cater to fans. That's why we got the Halloween ends we got. So they don't really give a fuck about the fans. They pretty much
No,
admitted that.
they buy the fucking name so that they can sell a fucking ticket. Jason Blum is what you call a fucking piece of shit cocksucker, and that's all he does.
Is that the legal definition of Jason Blum?
I mean, when you go and Google Jason Blum, it says piece of shit cocksucker.
I'm gonna
right
believe it
under
now.
his name.
Yep.
You know,
Fuck that guy.
I didn't create the internet. I didn't put it there, but that's what it says. And if you look it up and it says something different, you're looking at the wrong spot. Anyways, Ron Pertee. Also, Art the Clown isn't going to save slashers. When Uncle Jason comes back, he's going to be slicing and dicing. The man already has a body count over.
Hey,
20,000.
look. You know what? If we get another Friday the 13th, Jason comes back. He is the king.
Right.
I ain't gonna
Right.
fucking say shit about it. Jason Voorhees is the king, but
Right.
it's
But
good to
not
have people.
when Friday the 13th, produced by Blumhouse, comes out.
Oh God, let's not do
Because
that.
that's going to be
Fuck,
the
no.
next one.
No. But all I'm saying is, Art the Clown, though, when it comes out of Terrifier, it's nice to see some fucking good, straight to your fucking gut gore, and they don't hold back. And in part 2, they really fucking don't hold back, and it's
You know,
beautiful.
I can agree with Ron on this one here. Like, okay, but the catering thing, David Gordon Green wrote it, but I'm pretty sure Blum had the say over it. You can't always blame David Gordon Green. Yes, I agree.
I can
I
blame
think
both of them
Well, I mean,
as a whole.
when you're hired in for something like that and you have a production company behind it, the production company usually has the last say because it's their fucking money. And
Yeah.
Jason Blum is notoriously known for being a cocksucking piece of shit. So it makes
Notoriously.
sense. I mean, notoriously, it's all over Google. I
Yeah.
didn't make that up. It's all over the place. And Chris Elliott, Halloween Ends wasn't a horrible movie. It just wasn't a Halloween. My point exactly. Jason Blum buys a fucking name to sell a fucking ticket and ruins your fucking love of certain franchises. That's what he's known for doing.
It's sad.
I mean,
Brings a tear to my eye.
You know, I will say I am super happy that people are starting to finally understand what I have been saying for how fucking long, Chuck.
It's been a minute, man. I've been trying to, I give it the benefit of the doubt, and Blumhouse just.
You know, people gave me shit for a very long time about it.
I know he
Like,
did.
no, he's bringing it back. He's making horror for everybody. All this stuff.
No, A24 is who's doing that now.
Anyways, Martel says, "Let the Christmas season begin. We will be getting there soon enough." Rod says, "Blum is super cheap too, but they worked out a deal with Peacock for $400 million for the Exorcist movies."
Of course they did. Oh, you know what? At least it'll be on Peacock, and I won't have to fucking go pay money for it.
Oh my god. Ron says, "No, no, a great movie is Dead Alive."
That's right. Dead Alive's a great movie.
We will get to that one.
Yeah.
And Chris, regardless what you think about the new Hellraiser, it's still a Hellraiser movie. Minus really threatening Pinhead, but I mean,
Oh God,
I have some personal issues with that one.
I do too. I liked it.
I will
but
say there are a couple of things about the movie that I do not mind, but there are some changes in the series with that movie that irritate me to a point where I don't like the movie.
I watched it twice, and I found things about it I did not like the second watch. I still liked it, but I think it could have been a whole lot
You see
better.
my point, though, right?
Completely, 100% on that.
It's just like, I mean,
Which goes back to Terrifier 2. I'm glad to see an original character and a sequel instead of a reboot or a remake. That's all I'm saying. I'm all about this fucking Terrifier thing, dude. I was so happy when I was watching it last
The
night.
new Hellraiser, but it wasn't her performance as Pinhead.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't my
No.
issue.
He was not a good Pinhead. Like, I don't know. I guess he did okay as Pinhead, but I mean, it
She-
could have been better.
She,
I thought it was a dude.
nope, it's a she.
I thought it used to be a dude.
Is it?
I had
It's-
to say it. 'cause
yeah,
I fucking little
it's a
there.
female. It's a female.
Well, I mean,
And she does an
unless we
awesome
look at
job.
Biology and science, then it's not.
We're not doing that. Nope, not
Right.
doing that.
How dare me mention the fact of chromosomes?
No. We're just not going to do that right now. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk later.
John's like, I know.
John's feeling the way I am right about now, so we'll move on.
We're in a world where science doesn't exist anymore.
Oh my God! Don't do this. Stop. Seriously, please.
Chris says, I feel like Halloween didn't even have the. It did not. It did not at all. So, anyways,
Dead Alive has heart though.
So, John, why don't you tell us what you thought about this movie and give it your rating 1 to 10?
So I really enjoyed the movie. It was very, and the girl who played Paquita, she is in something, but I can't remember. She plays like she's in a relationship with somebody who ends up like leaving her for the person they're really in love with or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember her in something else.
I went through her
She
whole
was
thing.
good.
I mean, she was
Yeah, I don't remember
Paquita
the
in
movie.
the Nanny's Night.
Maybe I'm just confusing her with somebody else, but yeah, I thought her and what's his name, Lionel, was he the main? Yeah,
Yeah.
their dynamic was really fun, but like, I was like, when is he gonna, how? I felt like he should have manned up about 45 minutes earlier. You know what I mean, and stopped being
Yeah.
such a fucking pussy. But the lawnmower scene, I was like, wow, this is the longest. Like, this is long. Like, it kept going. I was like, fuck. And it was funny because, like, it was, he had talked about getting the lawn mowed in the beginning of the movie. Like, that was like one of the first scenes he was talking to his mom. And he said, I got the lawn mowed. And then he was mowing those people down, and he'd get to one end of it and turn around, and then there'd be more there, and he'd have to go back. It was like he was mowing the grass. I thought it was funny.
It's like a video game.
Yeah. And the uncle was creepy, and I didn't like him at all. I don't think you were supposed to, but he was good in the sense that you really hated him. I thought the music was really good too.
Yeah, the score of it.
Yeah, the score was interesting, and I liked all the just I like the first I don't know, like the intro to the movie. I don't know what it's called, the opening credits or whatever, after the rat thing. They were driving around. They just showed the town they were in, and didn't really use any dialogue to set up the location, the time. You figured out, okay, this is in the 50s. It's in fucking New Zealand somewhere. Like, but they did a good job of it. And movies used to do shit like that. They don't do it anymore. Now it's all like, we're in Cincinnati, yeah. Like, they just have, like, instead of telling
Right, yeah.
with the camera, they just write some shit dialogue. But no, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. It was really gross. There were a couple scenes that, like like when she squirted her thing out of her arm, and then there was one scene. Oh, and towards the end, she like turned into a giant spider-looking thing. She just got humongous, and then she opened up her womb / vagina and like ate her son, and then he did like a reverse C-section and got the fuck out or whatever.
As you do.
And it was so gross, and I was like, that must smell terrible. But I did notice one thing. When the mama she started walking up the steps in the house, and it showed her from the back, and like, she was thick, dude. She was thick as fuck. I was like, damn, dude, like, they got a real ass on her,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had to.
Yeah, dude, she was thick. I was like, yeah, I could see that. You know what I mean?
Gross.
So
yeah, it was pretty tight.
If you had to rate this movie though between 1 and 10, where would you throw it?
I don't know. I'm not. I've never been good at rating things, but I will say, if 10 is The Exorcist, and which I've never seen, but I know it's like the all-time whatever. Chuck said it, so. And 1 is like, I don't know, whatever movie you guys hate the most. I don't know. I'd say it's like a 7 or 8, maybe. I really enjoyed it. Like I was like, this is a good
That's
movie.
fair.
I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know. I mean, I could go higher, but I don't want to like,
Whatever you feel like. I mean, dude, it's a good
I
one.
enjoyed it. I really
It's
enjoyed
you.
it.
It's your opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's your opinion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, opinions are opinion based. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But,
I mean, yeah, but that's why
I'm
people
joking.
will watch this. It's because they care about our opinions.
Oh well,
For some
you should
reason,
not.
but yeah.
You should not care about my opinion because it is fucking stupid. But I enjoyed
You
it.
heard it here first, guys. His opinion is fucking stupid.
I mean, it kind of is. It's like when people win awards, it's like, oh, thanks for the award. You think you're better than me? It's kind of weird.
Well,
anyway,
I mean, if they won an award, clearly they are better than them.
Well, no,
That's,
it's just
that's the point of
it's
awards.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I did enjoy it very much, and I wasn't expecting it to be. I was expecting to be terrified because I know Chuck is into some like scary shit, and I was like, man, this is gonna scare me for weeks, and it wasn't anything. Like
I knew
that.
you were
So,
gonna like it. I knew
thanks,
you were
Chuck.
gonna
I
like it.
appreciate it. You were like, John's never gonna be able to sleep again.
Well, we were trying. We honestly, when we were trying to figure out who was going to be on the show, and me and you've been talking a little bit and shit, and I was like, this is a good one for old John, who's a musician and stand up comedian and shit these days. So I figured it was perfect for somebody who doesn't really watch that shit, and I figured you'd probably like it.
Yeah, it was very thoughtful of you, Chuck. I really.
Hey, you know what, man? That's just that's look.
Yeah,
that's how I am.
We're all about. Yeah, it was funny. I did feel kind of sorry for his mom, but then when I found out that she murdered everybody, then I didn't feel sorry for her at all. So
You
fuck
didn't
her.
feel sorry for her at all.
Because I didn't know that part, but at the end when they revealed that, I was like, "Oh, she is evil."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Now I will say, Ken, I'm going off of what you were saying. The person who did a lot of the music for this, as well as like the what would you call it, the music composing or whatever, is Peter Descent, who did a lot of the songs for the Meet the Feeble series, as well as he did the music for this. He also did the music for the Ace Ventura Pet Detective video game. He did Dead Alive, The Ferals, Heavenly Creatures, Halifax FP, Search for Treasure Island, Clubby House, Voodoo Lagoon, Immortal, Nova, Bananas and Pajamas. Place.
Terrifying.
I mean, this guy actually does have a pretty long resume of actually doing quite a bit of music, which is pretty cool. So, you don't get out. Sometimes you get people that just jump into the scene or whatever, but with him, it's like he actually was like, this was his fucking job.
Yeah.
So that was actually a pretty cool thing, that's for sure. But yeah, Chuck, I forgot already. Did you go?
No.
No? All right. Hey, everybody listening, do you want to hear Chuck's opinion on this movie? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone said no. No, I'm joking. Chuck, why don't you tell everybody what you thought of this movie and give it your rating between 1 and 10. I don't know why I tell you what to do like you don't know already.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So first off, this is a movie that I remember back when I was about 12, 13, and a buddy of mine, we've gotten into horror together pretty hardcore, like the slashers and stuff. And Dead Alive was at our local video store, and we rented it. It was just the cover of it had that really fucked up like creature thing on it or whatever, and we had to see it. We're like, what the fuck is this movie? And ended up watching it, and I guess it was about 2 or 3 months later they were selling a bunch of their VHSs, and ended up having it on VHS for years. And my dumb ass, I don't know what the fuck I did with it. Pisses me off. But this movie, watching it, first time watching this movie, it was just like, wow. When you're a kid and you've already been watching Hellraiser and you've already been watching, Friday the 13th and shit, and you're right there at the, you've been diving into that shit, and then you watch this, and you're like, oh wait, I think I'm missing something. This is cool, and it's it's perfect for a kid. Like it's a great movie. It's hilarious. It's gory. I mean, the gore is so gross. It's funny. That's one thing I love about Peter Jackson movies from this time period. From early on and stuff, was he was always really good about how gross he can get at certain times and how funny those moments can be as well. So yeah, so I would have to say, God, this fucking movie, I'm gonna have to give it a fucking 9. I love it. It doesn't bore me. It's fun. It's from the first fucking part, dude. When you first see, the guys like the Amazon or whatever, and the guy gets bitten or something or whatever, and they're all like, "Oh, his arm," and they chop his arm off, and then they chop his other arm, and they're like, the things on his head, so they chop his fucking head off. I'm like, come on, this is already telling me how great a movie this is,
Well, they did a pretty good job with it. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, so I recommend it to anybody. I mean, it's a classic. It really is. And think it being called Brain Dead though, as a kid, fucked me up because I saw it as Dead Alive, and then years later somebody had a bootleg, and they're like, "Have you ever seen Dead Alive?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "You ever seen Brain Dead?" I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And they're like, "Oh, you got to see this." I'm like, "Okay." And I watched it. And I'm like, "It's the same fucking movie."
Yeah, it is.
Like I think Dead Alive sounds so much better than just Brain Dead, but
I mean, like, I think Brain Dead was the original title. So I mean,
yeah,
that's how I knew it, because like when the first time I saw this, I saw like an original cut of the movie, so it didn't have Dead Alive in the title. But
yeah.
that's just, it depends on what you grew up with. I mean, it just is what it is. I
mean, it was one of the first, like, because I watching serious fucking like slasher movies and stuff, and then watching something that's like gory and disgusting, and you're also like cackling, like a banshee, because you're just like, what the fuck? And I have a lot of fun every time I watch this movie. I mean, it's one of those that I can't wait for that moment where I'm like, all right, Dax, my son, you're old enough now. And I think honestly he would get a complete kick out of it. It's so gross that any kid, I mean, there's not anything that bad. And I mean, the violence and the gore, but I mean, there's no like sex and nudity or nothing like that.
Wait, they were fucking on the table, dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's maybe a cover your eyes and ears kind of thing.
Yeah, for like a second, you'll be fine. I mean, it's not going to be like an episode next week.
Right.
They were fully clothed. It was fine.
Yeah, it was all the noises. That scene.
It was more of a dry hump, I would say. More of some hunching action.
Which is very normal. I mean, everybody's allowed to do a couple dry humps every time.
I mean,
if I can't dry hump once a week, I don't know what I'm living for,
I mean, you might as well just kill yourself at that point.
God.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So now you guys all know what we thought about the movie Dead Alive. And hopefully you enjoyed that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to thank you, John, so much for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, John, you have to come back on sometime. We'll have to next time we have another film that I think that you'll enjoy or be interested in what you think about. We'll have to have you back on, man. I'm glad you came on live from the van.
Yeah, live from the van. Follow me at John Bass Comedy and my band FBA. Check me out and shit. Thank you.
Right. And I have shared off your YouTube as well as your TikTok account as well, because that's all Chuck gave me to share.
I think that's all I have for pretty much YouTube.
Yeah,
and
everything that he
Instagram,
sent me.
Yeah. That's where I am most.
Miss California. I love that song and I love that video. So
thank you.
Everybody should go check that out. That's a great song. It's awesome.
We had a fun.
In fact, we're going to play that for our closing outro this episode. So,
no shit. Thank you guys.
Yes. That. Yeah. So instead of our normal outro, you will be hearing a song by John, which I will let him introduce here in just a moment. So
okay.
What I will say though is thank you all for watching. We appreciate the shit out of you. Normally you would get the crypt disclosed here, but instead, John, why don't you go ahead and throw a small introduction to the song, and let's hope to God I have some pretty fucking decent timing with it.
Okay. So this song is called Miss California, and my band, we recorded. It's on our new album, Full Blown album. There's a video on YouTube. Check it out. It's playful. There's a video for it, and in the video we sort of all get.
This is the video that I'm playing. By the
He's playing the video. Yeah.
I'm playing the whole
cool.
video. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea was that basically Joe, our drummer, catfishes us into going and getting him a copy of our own CD, because Chuck, sometimes when you're in a band and the band records something, like everyone in the band doesn't always get a copy. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, I didn't even get. So it was sort of a throwback.
It's a fun,
that little joke. Like, that's what I was thinking. And we shot it with a guy I do comedy with named Brandon Austin. He did a great job. And Miss California, the girl that's in the video, her name's Shelby Morgan. She's a stand-up comic out of she's in Houston, Texas. So she agreed to be part of, just basically she just licensed our image to her for free. So
oh yeah.
But yeah, man, we had a lot of fun making it, and check us out. And shit. So thank you. I don't know what else to say.
FBA, Miss California.
Thank you, man.
Watch it go.
girl at, dude?
What girl?
The girl that from the text.
Girl from the.
Where is she?
Hey, is that the new album?
Yeah. But
Full blown album?
Yeah. What?
No, where's the?
What the?
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go rehearse. All right. Take care. Joe. So no head?